Ghostwire Tokyo was a game I knew very little of when going into this title, as I only really saw the announcement trailer and one snippet of a gameplay section. Immediately I was intrigued by what this title could be and the potential of this horror-esque first-person game, which was set in a vibrant and colorful environment. It ultimately left me a bit disappointed, as the world is beautiful and the creature design is unique enough, but a repetitive gameplay cycle combined with an uninteresting story, not to mention the fact that this game isn't really scary at all, made Ghostwire Tokyo a title that can be a bit of a hit or miss for many. These are the same developers who made Evil Within and its fantastic sequel Evil Within 2, so I had some expectations to horror and scare factors, but as I mentioned, this game isn't really scary at all. The game, which takes place in downtown Tokyo, gets repetitive as it is full of open world busywork, and once you open up the first section, the map becomes filled with icons, which is just a bit overwhelming at the beginning. You play as Akito, a guy who was in a motorbike accident at the brink of dying when a spirit called KK brings him back to life while inhabiting his body. Thus, Akito is given eternal powers, which is then used to fight off various demonic forces. It is an interesting concept, as essentially guns are replaced with elemental powers, while Akito uses various finger movement to shoot his powers, and visually it's quite a treat to look at, and the animations are done phenomenally. The trouble is that Akito and KK isn't really that interesting characters. Aside from them being in the same body, they practically feel like the same character. More often than not, they're kinda annoying to listen to. It also feels inconsistent at times, as one moment they'll argue and discuss their differences, just for a story beat to kick in, then all of a sudden they're on the same page, and once the scripted section is over, they'll continue to argue about their differences. The main story isn't all that intriguing either, as Akito's sister is essentially captured, and you need to rescue her. That's the main objective of the game, but there's various side missions and activities sprinkled in between. They range from helping spirits find missing objects, to cleansing areas, to fighting off various demonic bosses. By the 10th side quest, I feel that I've seen them all, as they just become a copy-paste version of previous quests with some altering dialogue. Focusing on the main objectives will allow you to complete the game in around 12 hours, and very few of the core missions are essentially enjoyable. The most exciting moments take place in cutscenes, with gameplay limited to clearing torii gates to reveal more of the city area, killing many opponents, and tracking down side missions. You see, there's this black fog scattered through the city that essentially damages you if you're not careful enough, and the only way to clear this is by finding torii gates that cleanses these areas. Once they're cleansed, the city expands, but only to add more markers to your open world map. Perhaps the open world fatigue had kicked in, as this title did release around a few other open world games, and seeing the map overflow with icons just feels a bit tiring. You do gain experience for completing objectives and killing enemies, which can then be used to purchase new skills, and you can also cleanse souls, which in turn gives you more experience. Ghostwire does this creatively, and some of the more narrowed or scripted sections are creatively done, as rooms change while you move through a building, making for some interesting level design. In some ways, I wished the game had more of that and less of the open world stuff. Additionally, you also earn coins, which can then be used at shops or cat spirits, where you can purchase food for health, various items, or even dog food, where you can give it to stray dogs that in turn gives you clues or more coins. The various weapons or abilities are different enough, as it ranges from water-based to fire, and you even have a bow, but I often stuck to one ability as it was the quickest and easiest, not to mention that I mostly got ammo or the equivalent of ammo for that specific ability. Akito can also change his appearance, although it doesn't really affect much aside from how the character looks. The world is definitely beautiful to look at, especially running on a PlayStation 5 with ray tracing enabled, as at any given moment I often just paused to look at the city. The photo mode also allows for some beautiful shots, which I know many out there will enjoy. The excellent use of the DualSense also makes this a must pick for the PlayStation 5 if you're deciding which system to play this on, and using 3D audio really enhanced this game for me. However, at the end I feel that I wanted more from this world and some characters, but not in the sense of an open world, as I feel that a lot of the space was wasted by pointless markers instead of filling it with valuable story. Overall, this game essentially made me feel 3 different ways. Some will like this game, some may love it, but there will be many that will go through it, enjoy the experience, and not really think about it in the week after. I'd like to thank Bethesda Nordic for providing me with the review code on PlayStation 5, and for more gaming content, check out the rest of my channel. If you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up. If you dislike it, then give me a thumbs down, but please tell me why so I can improve my videos. My name is Frank, I'm the RedTieGuy, and frankly, thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.